Does Palin care about what conservative commentators say about her? So far, the answer would appear to be no. Palin defenders say she has good reason to be dismissive of elite critics. She's outpaced their low expectations at every turn. And what I think? I'm trying to figure this all out. I can understand the left despising this woman. I mean, it would make perfect sense. But this rising vitriol from the conservative intellectual bench is mystifying to me. But I don't get this comparison to Al Sharpton. I don't know where that comes from. That's Matt Labash at the Weekly Standard. And I don't know where that comes from. What does Sharpton do? Would somebody point out one similarity between Al Sharpton and Sarah Palin? Where is the Tawana Brawley in Sarah Palin's life? Where is that incident? Where are all the megaphone-led rallies and protests and all? Where are those things? Where are all of the? Where is the compliment to the National Action Network and its annual convention and whatever? Where is this? Where is the? Where are the lawsuits that Sharpton files against people? Well, they claim that she's playing her. Where is her tax cheating, for example? Who is Sarah Palin shaking down? I mean, we're going to start making these comparisons. What was it you just shouted at me, HR? Well, that's why they say she's portraying herself as a victim, because she's firing back. They're saying that she should just shut up. In the aftermath of being blamed for this Arizona thing, she should have just shut up. The fact that she responded and reacted to it means that she's feeling sorry for herself and is portraying herself as a victim. And that's something that the left does, is portray themselves as victims. She should have just been quiet and let the story ride itself out and let it go away and so forth as it would have. And I used to think that a lot of this was just fear-based. I've really had a tough time understanding. To be honest, folks, I've had a tough time. I'm still not sure. I'm wondering if some of this is not rooted in the fear that our conservative intellectuals have that our current crop of Republican presidential hopefuls is kind of weak. And that therefore she may be the most popular among them. But it's like I told you this. I love telling this story. A couple of friends of mine who had recently met Palin. I've never met her. I've spoken to her on the phone once, when we interviewed her for a Limbaugh letter, the newsletter, when she'd had her book out. Other than that, I've never met her. She did tell a funny story when I did interview her. She said that I met her father out in Palm Springs at one of the first two Bob Hope Chrysler Classic golf tournaments I played in as an amateur. That some guy came up and asked me to sign a copy of my book for his daughter. Well, it turned out to be her dad getting the book signed for her, and that she has that book in her office or her library in her home in Alaska. That's the extent. I don't know her. I've never spent any time with her, but these people that I know here had spent an evening with her, and a couple days later I met them for dinner. And these are folks, I mean, these are rock-ribbed conservatives, huge donors and fundraisers, Reaganites, pedigree is unquestionable. And they said to me, dear, we met Sarah Palin. I think you would agree, dear, she just doesn't have the heft. She's much prettier in person than even on TV. I can't escape noticing that, but I don't know. I think you're just not presidential. Do you think, dear? And, I realized what circumstance was here. I'm not going to start an argument. I didn't care to. I didn't want to spend that kind of time there. I said, yeah, you know what? Anybody. Give me 4 more years of Obama. instead of Palin. Oh, what do you mean by that, dear? Well, I mean, Sarah Palin's so damn embarrassing. I don't know how I might not even be able to say I'm a Republican if she gets a nomination. I'm not quite following you, dear. Well, I mean, she's so embarrassing. Again, Sarah Palin or Obama? Hell, give me... And I finally said, look, I don't understand all this. The problem is Obama. The Democrat Party is destroying the freaking country. Sorry to yell here. Now, we're sitting here sniping over... I'd vote for Elmer Fudd if the Republicans nominated him. If Obama's the Democrat... So obviously there are elements of this that are personal that I don't understand. I mean, look, I can understand not wanting her to be a nominee. I can understand thinking there's somebody better. But this there's an all-out assault on her by our guys that puzzles me. And now this latest to say that she's Al Sharpton? Our version of Al Sharpton in Alaska? So you guys got to help me out there. Somebody's going to have to explain this to me because it makes, you know, I'm totally immersed in logic and common sense, and some of this doesn't register that way for me. I can think of, I'm not going to mention any names here, the Republican field, 9 or 10 people that are said to be interested in it. There are 4 or 5 of them that can't hold a candle to her, as far as I'm concerned. But these guys don't think there's one. So what did she do to them? Does she embarrass them? Okay, if she does embarrass them, what? Okay, well, of course the liberals are going to say she's stupid. That's enough for us to say, okay, we don't want her because the liberals are rejecting her, so we've got to... Okay, all right, fine. Well, anybody else got any ideas? I'm open to them.